Thank you very much. We're going to talk about AMC for the trade of the day. And this is it's just about the trend with this name. I know GameStop had an actual catalyst this morning with the NFT opening up their new NFT store. But it's about AMC the last couple of days. We've been looking at that breakout, holding that 50-period moving average, and just wanting to be on the long side of the trade since it's been able to hold a close above that price. And we've been breaking out towards what I'd like to think is a $17 level. We're not there yet, but that's where we've been headed. Always going to start with that higher time frame. So you got the 15-minute chart up here. I still have some of my levels from what we were trading this earlier, down in the 13s, and we love that 1380 area. We had this top here, that 1470. That definitely came into play. And then this 1530 top coming from yesterday's session. So those are the two main ones that are going to be important here with AMC. First things first, it actually opened up with support off of our first level. So unfortunately, that 1470, it gave you the chance to grab that long right at the open. I was sitting a few shekels or a few pennies lower and didn't quite catch that fill. So the first entry ended up being that breakout at 1530. We scalped most of it out into that 1560 range. And I felt like, look, this is a long. We want to be holding on to it. We want to be re-engaging it. But every level that we came back to, the market at the open was one heck of a reversal. And you have to sometimes look at what was going on in the overall market when you put in some huge reverses. Everything was just flushing and looking like it was going to be a gong show. And then when he came back down in, I'm like, oh goodness, not a lot of strength. I don't like buying that dip. Let's go back to our original support level and wait for that. And every single time we dipped, it ended up being the right call, because when we got through that 1530 area the second time, it was a complete capitulation into our bigger support. So what I found is, be patient in that opening rush. I've said this maybe every single day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Whatever your ideas or levels that you like at 9:30, after that opening rush comes in, it gets close to like 10 o'clock or so, that's when you want to reevaluate. Let things settle down. And if everything is good, your levels are still intact, your support is still there, then maybe think about getting back into a trade or getting in for the first time if you've missed it. In this case, that's when we get in to AMC off of those bottoms. Because of the aggressive selling, I was trying to get some out here in front of that original breakout price. Then when it failed this little break at 30, had a bit of a wick top, I got another leg out. At this point, though, I'd realized I'd been trapped out, and then you start holding that breakout price again. In this case, hindsight's 2020. This level's reestablished. That should have been a re-entry point, but at least I decided, no, I'm holding a fort. We're just going to hold right through at that point, get to that 16 even dollar level. We set all morning long. I don't know that we're getting to 17 today, but 16, if we maintain that break, was going to be the out. From there, I end up getting wicked in to a part of the trade on a break at 16. Didn't really love it, but we did have small size. And then it was just about respecting that 1570 level. And we managed to hold, bounced off it, we get long, and now we're trading it off the high of the day. We're now bouncing off of that breakout support price. As a matter of fact, I'm still buying off that. So anytime I see resistance, I want it turning into support. So when it was 1530, that was a level. Now it's 1570, we're gonna buy off that. This is an idea about the trend on the daily chart simply being strong. We're closing above that 50-period moving average. I'm favoring longs on AMC until we get to 17 bucks. It just worked for a few days in a row now. And at the end of the day, a lot of times that last long that you have, you might take a bit of a hit. But as long as you have a stop, in this case, that 1565 to 70 area, you're good to go. And the trend is your friend.